Batman and Robin on an average nightly patrol, swinging through Gotham looking to stop crime. And as they land on a rooftop, a mile away from an arms dealing in a warehouse, Batman is suddenly able to see through the building itself and the men with something like X-ray vision. And as Robin questions him on this, he springs into attack, saying let's go, before busting through the window, kicking one in the back. And as Batman is doing a normal routine criminal beatdown, he suddenly hears it, every sound in Gotham crashing in at once, and it takes him by surprise, with him clutching his ears in pain. But a criminal takes this opportunity to shoot a rocket launcher straight at Batman. And with Batman not being in any position to dodge, it connects. Which this must have been a super rocket launcher, because look at that explosion. It's ginormous. But then we see the rubble, with Robin severely hurt and coughing up blood. But with Batman seemingly fine, with nothing more than his costume tattered up. We then cut over to Superman in Metropolis, with Batman hovering above him, saying, "Superman, we need to talk." As we then see a dope panel, Batman flying above, with heat vision in his tattered up costume. Now, as it turns out, the day before, Batman and Superman teamed up to fight Silver Banshee. But this didn't go as normal, as Silver Banshee was magically amped and more powerful than usual, as she was trying to get her hands on a magical amulet. But Batman and Superman got in the way, and unfortunately for the duo, the Silver Banshee is able to take both on, and as they're weakened, she uses the amulet and casts magic on them, seemingly switching their abilities, giving Batman the powers of Superman and giving Superman the powers of Batman, which is nothing. We then pick up at the Fortress of Solitude, where we see Superman training Batman to use his powers, with Batman showcasing extreme precision and skill between using and switching between the laser vision, frost breath, and strong winds, combining godly power with amazing skill. We then see Batman say, "Ever since I woke up from Banshee's attack, ever since your power switched to me, I've felt energized. I haven't slept. I haven't eaten. I haven't felt the need to." Cutting back over to the Batcave, we see Robin, who is now rested up and healed from the battle, and talking to Alfred, was fixing up his motorcycle. But as Robin questions where Bruce is, Alfred shines his flashlight up in the Batcave, and to his surprise, he sees Bruce hanging upside down like he was a bat himself, with Robin immediately saying, "Bruce, is that you? Are you okay?" But Batman replying, "Never been better. I was meditating. Ever since the power switch, I've been overwhelmed by my heightened senses. I could hear every sound in Gotham at once. I was losing my mind." But with him saying he found his focus again before putting his cowl back on and suiting up and going back on patrol, saying he'll be back at sunrise. And with Robin saying, "Alright, I'll go with you. My bike's fixed." But Batman shutting him down, saying, "No, you'll only slow me down and get in my way." Before rocketing off, thinking to himself, "Every other night, we leave some rock unturned, some crime unpunished. Gotham is just too big, but not tonight. Tonight, I'm cleaning up the city once and for all." As we then see throughout the night, Batman completely wreaking havoc and taking down criminal after criminal way more efficiently than he would have been able to, with him blocking bullets with his chest, ripping out car engines, and filling up GCPD with more criminals than they can even handle. And while at GCPD, he takes the time to have a little chat with Jim Gordon, and with Jim obviously questioning Batman, who is just hovering above the ground above him, saying, "You want to tell me what's really going on? You even sound different." But Batman simply saying, "It's complicated, but I'm taking advantage of it, and I am not finished." The super drug Venom is back on the streets, flowing like water, a new mix, stronger, more addictive. "Tell your men to watch for it while I go after the source." As he then rockets off to go towards the Caribbean, where Bane currently is, hosting a dinner and a meet with many wealthy and powerful people from across the world. But just then he hears an explosion outside, with him jumping out saying, "Yes, I knew it was only a matter of time. I knew he would come." As you see a burning bat symbol carved into the lawn, and with Bane being confident, saying, "I am here, show yourself," Batman immediately swoops in, knocking him off his feet, drawing the first blood. But with Bane still not backing down, as he has a stronger mix of venom, making him stronger than ever, he is ready for this fight. And as they start to trade blows, Bane is completely overwhelmed, with him saying, "It's not these new tricks that impress me. No, it's the change inside of you. You don't even say a word, and you don't need to. I can feel it. You're not holding back anymore. You're letting go, embracing your power. At last, you know what it means to be Bane. Now, Bat, try to break me." As he jumps forward at an attempt to squish him, but unfortunately for him, that was a fatal mistake, as Batman literally punches through his stomach, disconnecting the venom tube from the other side, leaving him face first on the floor, dying. Which we then see shortly after that, Batman just hovering in space above the planet, thinking to himself, "Bane was wrong. I am not losing control. I found it. I can hear everything, see anything. I can go anywhere. At last, I can save everyone." As he literally sheds a tear, as he is no longer just a normal man and powerless. He can finally accomplish his dreams. But even unknowingly to Bruce, the power is slowly corrupting him, getting to his head. As we see him now not only being in Gotham anymore, but flying all over the world, stopping what he can. In Tokyo, stopping a ninja cult. In Serbia, stopping a slave ring. In Sudan, stopping pillaging and animal cruelty. But as his son catches up with him in Paris, for a moment he thinks he should go back to Gotham, get some sleep, eat, do something. But then he remembers he doesn't have to anymore. He feels a rush that he's never felt before, and he can't stop now. At any given moment, half the world is covered in darkness, so he decides to stay in the dark and let the sun chase him, staying in the shadows. But at the Watchtower now, we see Superman surrounded by the Justice League, as Superman has gotten hurt because he is now a normal man. And with the Justice League talking about their situation, and Diana saying, "That's the problem, Superman. We don't know what's going on. There's been no sign of him since you've been injured. He's not even responding to the Justice League signal. If this magic could give him your powers, there's no telling what it might have done to." Before Batman shows up, saying, "My mind? Go ahead, Diana. Say it. It's what you're all thinking, right? The power's going straight to my head. A little cliche, don't you think?" But with Superman trying to calm down the tension, saying, "Bruce, no. We're your friends. We just want to make sure you're okay." And with Batman saying, "I'm fine. I've never felt better. You haven't seen me because I've been busy, working, training, honing these new powers, making the most of it." And with Batman snapping on Superman, saying, "You don't get it. For me, it's not hard at all. You're always talking about being more human and how these gifts are a curse." And him further explaining, "Your powers aren't a curse. They're what I've always wanted. To never have to stop, to be everywhere, anytime. To save everyone. I never realized it until now, the responsibility you have, and all you want to do is be normal?" But then Diana's stepping in, saying, "You're not making any sense, Bruce. You need to calm down." And Superman saying, "Let us help you, Bruce." But he simply responds, "I didn't come here for help. I came here to tell you not to come after me. As long as I have these powers, I am not stopping. I can't. The responsibility is too great. The chance to fix so much, not just in Gotham, not just in one place, but in all of them. The rest of you can handle the daytime. You're more than capable. And when you find Banshee, we'll make the switch back. But until then, I'm staying in the night." As he then flies off from the Watchtower into space. Picking back up in Gotham City, we see Catwoman, who is in the middle of a robbery. But as she gets her hands on the cat statue, we see Batman in the back who says, "Put it down, Catwoman." And with Catwoman turning around, saying, "I know that manly growl." But with Batman simply replying, "I said put it back. It's stealing, Catwoman. It's a crime." And with Bruce immediately pinning his hands around her throat, choking her, saying, "I have changed. I see things clearly now, and I have no more time for games. I'm taking you in." As he throws and slams her against the wall, and as she hits the floor with blood leaking, he says, "You don't understand. I finally cleaned up Gotham, and you're just the last piece. You can't hear it, but I can. Gotham is finally quiet." Before he hears someone behind him saying, "Batman, pick on someone your own size." As we see Nightwing swinging in, kicking Batman across the jaw, actually managing to hurt him, with Batman saying, "I felt that. I've forgotten what that's like." And with Nightwing saying, "Get up and I'll show you again." But with Nightwing knowing that this is a losing battle. Because Batman even replies saying, "Don't do this, Nightwing. You don't want this fight. I can see your heart beating faster. Not just adrenaline, fear. You know this will only end badly." With Nightwing saying, "Like your fight with Bane? I heard what you did. If he wasn't pumped full of venom, you would have killed him. And Wally told me what you said on the Watchtower. You were out of control, and I'm going to stop you before you hurt anyone else." Before the battle rages on, with Nightwing throwing one of his weapons, but ricocheting, hitting Batman in the back of the head. And we then see Batman try to use his heat vision to tag Nightwing, but Nightwing, in a show of incredible agility and acrobatics, sweeps across the room, dodging it all, then hitting him across the face again, before grabbing his cape and wrapping it around his head. But with Batman burning through it, he hits Nightwing with one elbow strike, launching him out of the building, before flying and grabbing him by the throat, saying, "Another hit will kill you. Did you really think this would work?" And with Nightwing barely being able to whisper out, "Don't you remember, Bruce? Superman's powers need sunlight, but you stayed in the dark. Thought maybe I had a chance." And with Bruce simply replying, "It's over, Nightwing. I'll leave you at the manor. Alfred will help you, but tell him and tell the others, don't try to stop me again."